Hi guys, it's Joe. I want to do a quick DIY today on how to cook an acorn squash. It's one of my sort of favorite vegetables. It could be a side dish or sort of a dessert. I don't know, I just really like it. It's really easy to make. So I want to show you how to do that. Okay, one of the first things I want to do is I want to set my oven to 425 so it can get a good preheat started there. And go ahead and get a piece of parchment paper, and to the size of your pan, I'm just doing one acorn squash, so I don't really need a large baking sheet, so I'm just going to use one of the round pizza ones, but put a piece of parchment on that. And then I'm going to take my acorn squash and I'm going to cut it in half. Oh, and this has already been washed and dried, so you might want to do that. You're not going to eat the skin, but still, just to be on the safe side, it's good to give it a wash. But okay, and you want to do about half and half, so we'll cut it about right there. Try not to cut yourself. They're kind of firm. It's kind of like cutting a pumpkin. We'll pry it apart a little bit. In there. Okay, we've cut it in half, and we've got the inside stuff that we're going to need to scrape out. And this one sets pretty good, but this one's got the little lump on top, so we kind of want to try to slice that off a little bit. So that way they both set fairly straight together. Okay, so now we're going to scoop out the inside, and I will show you. Just want to scoop this out the best that we can. Don't want any of those fibers or seeds stuck in there. Okay, it's fairly cleaned out. So we've got both of our halves of acorn squash cleaned out, and I've just scored around the edges just a little bit to help in their baking. And okay, I've leveled it out, so now I'm going to place them on my parchment paper upside down. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven for about 25 minutes while we make the brown sugar filling. Okay guys, I've got about 1.5 cups of brown sugar in my bowl, and I'm going to add my ingredients to that. I need about 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, I've added my 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of honey. 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay, and about, I'd say just about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. A couple dashes of pumpkin spice and a couple of twists of freshly ground black pepper. You don't want a lot of the black pepper, you don't want to really spice it, but the black pepper just makes it, I don't know, it gives a really good taste and flavor. So we're going to do that. Okay, so we've got that added in there. And we just need to give it a good stir and mix and wait for the acorn squash to get about halfway done, or the 25 minutes is up, because they'll cook again after we get it all put in there. So we will continue that in just a minute. Okay guys, the acorn squash, the first half of the thing is done, so let's go ahead and pull that out of the oven. We're going to leave the oven on because we need to put them back in there. And let me get thing here, because now we need to turn these over. really nice. Very steamed. Okay, and now we're going to put our mixture, put it in the middle here, in the little bowl shaped area. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then I'll come back to talk to you about it. Okay, so now we're ready to put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes, and this is another reason why it's good to have the parchment paper help keep your pans and stuff a bit cleaner, because that's going to go all over the place, I imagine. But okay, so back in the oven again at 425 for another 30 minutes, or until I can poke a fork in it and it's really soft, and this is going to be really yummy. So we'll get back to you in just a minute. Okay guys, they cooked for their last 30 minutes and now they're done. I think the only problem with these is the recipe for the filling compared to the size of the acorn squash was too much, but I think if you have a good size acorn squash, then the filling's just right. I'm just going to let them sit for a little bit, firm up, cool down, and then I'm going to enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if you have a way you like to eat acorn squash, maybe leave a comment below. Okay, bye-bye.